let's do a little word association. I'm going to name a name, and I want you to think of the first thing that comes to your mind when I blurt it out. Ready? Okay. Gene Simmons. You're probably thinking about Gene Simmons' band, Kiss. The toys, the shows, the lunchboxes, the really bad comic books that I might review someday. What you probably don't think of, though, is this. What does this comic have to do with Gene Simmons and or Kiss? Nothing. Why is his name attached to a title? I don't know. You can go on his website and look him up, sure, but there's no indication of why this is Gene Simmons' Dominatrix and not just Dominatrix. He didn't write it, he didn't draw it, and it doesn't feature him in even the smallest way. Which is good, because this comic is weird enough without throwing Kiss in the mix. Anyway, let's just get to it. Who knows, maybe a comic about a dominatrix slash superhero slash spy won't be stupid. Yeah. Dominique Stern has no family, no friends, and a mysterious past. Spoiler alert, this isn't nearly as interesting as the comic wants you to believe. And it doesn't sound that interesting to start with, does it? It makes a hell of a good living as a professional dominatrix, administering pain and pleasure to her many satisfied clients. And that's just the normal part of her life. On weekends, she goes LARPing. The comic starts off with Dominatrix on a roof, begging for her life while a man holds a gun to her head in the most awkward way possible. I guess no one told him that guns are long-range weapons. Damned if it ain't gonna be a shamin' to have to kill you, girlie. But money is money, and well, your ass is worth a lot more than just an ice cream cone to me, if you know what I mean. I could get 2 waffle cones for your ass at least. We might even be talking Sundays here. Sundays! Anyway, we flash back to 9 hours ago, where we find Dominique sitting around a Starbucks ripoff, sipping coffee with her group of ethnically diverse friends. I quote the word friends because Dominique seems annoyed to even be in their presence, and I can't say I blame her. The one girl there with a dress even sluttier than hers keeps bringing up the dominatrix thing, despite Dominique trying to change the subject. This gets Wayne, a love interest that'll be forgotten in about 3 issues and later turn out to be gay, mad. Though I can't even begin to tell you why. Can we talk about something different, please? A band of roving dominatrixes killed my parents when I was a child. I can still hear their whips, their screams. Oh, and while all this is happening, the comic shows us flashes of Dominique on the job, apparently to remind us of what she does for a living. Because, you know, the bondage outfit, the title, the summary, those weren't enough. Anyway, they talk some more and set up a plot point about Dominique getting painted that will go absolutely nowhere in the next 5 issues. Dominique heads home, but doesn't seem to notice that she's being followed. Or maybe she does and she's just used to creepy men following her home when she dresses like that. We cut back to the present where the gunman from before is still neglecting to use his gun. Seriously, what are you waiting for? Dramatic effect? She's right there. If you keep waiting around and keep messing around, she's just going to... See? Kick in the crotch. That's what happens. That's what you get. He takes it like a trooper and manages to trip Dominique up, even getting his gun back in the process, and he takes the opportunity to... Heh. Tuco?
When you have to shoot, shoot, don't talk.
Thanks, Tuco. Dominique does a reverse flash kick thing that knocks the gun out of his hand and tries to get information out of the thug. He's not exactly forthcoming though, so she dangles him over the ledge and threatens to drop him, in a scene that will be a lot more intimidating minus the silly red ponytail. We move back to the past once again, this time to watch an incredibly pointless scene where Dominique eats noodles and does the dishes, followed by an even more pointless scene of her suiting up for tonight's session. We see her entering her dungeon, complete with actual flaming torches. What, does she keep them burning all day? Lamenting about how her client for the night is a bit of a creep, and he... Sorry, threw up in my mouth. Well, 1 second. Ugh. Things I didn't need to see. Thank you. What's he even doing there? We never see the guy come in or anything, so what was the implication? He's been chained up there all day, just waiting for Dominique to come home and do her thing? I mean, after like, say, 30 minutes, chains really start to chafe, if you know what I mean. I mean, even if you have proper support on the Iron Cross, it's still a bit of a pain to... Not that I'd, know about that sort of thing firsthand or anything. Yeah. Anyway, I'm merciful, so I'll spare you the page of him crawling on all fours and barking like a dog, since I'd likely like people to maybe watch me beyond this video. As soon as the guy, whose name is Doug, by the way, please don't remind me of things I actually enjoy. Anyway, as soon as the session is over, Doug starts babbling something about the world ending, but cuts himself off at the last moment. He starts talking about how they're both in danger now and how they know where to find him just because he blurted it out. Apparently it's a Voldemort sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, why am I telling you this instead of just showing you the page? Because there's a lovely shot of his ass throughout, and I don't feel like torturing myself. I'm running low. Dominique tries to figure him out, but Doug is too busy trying to be funny to make any sense. Well, let's just say that I'm in so deep, the president doesn't sneeze without me getting a memo. Wow. Okay. Allergy season must be a bitch. Dominique takes the news, or lack thereof, poorly. Oh shit. If you tell me that the Russians are coming to kill me, so help me, I'll shove this boot so hard up your ass. And he'll love every second of it. Masochist, remember? Doug offers Dominique a pair of pills that he says will protect her and give her superhuman strength and speed. Why he doesn't take the pills to protect himself will never be explained. But Dominique, in a rare moment of intelligence, isn't buying it and promptly kicks him out. I'll be calling all the girls I know to warn them about you. Your fun is officially over, buddy. That's right. I know all the dominatrixes in the world. Doug doesn't get too far before a bunch of goons pop out of a van and take him, and their leader, the guy she's been fighting all this time, chases after her. In the confusion, she decides to take the pills. So I took the pills. What choice did I have? Call the police, scream for help. Anything but take pills that you don't even know what do, given by a guy you don't even like for reasons you can't fathom? Just a guess. At any rate, that catches us up to the present, with Dominique holding the guy over a ledge thinking about her choices. Looking back, it wasn't the stupidest thing I'd ever done. There was the month I spent doing Taebo, after all. I was suddenly strong enough to beat the shit out of a government-trained killer. The man couldn't hit you with a gun at point-blank range. He's losing to a woman in high heels. I doubt he's government-trained, or trained at all, really. And how the hell would you know? The gunman manages to flip away and go back on the attack, and come to think of it, where are his guys' buddies? You know, the guys he rode in with? What, are they all hiding nearby and just watching him get trounced? Funny as it may be, you expect better out of henchmen. She knocks him around a bit, but he refuses to tell her where Doug is being taken. She doesn't handle rejection well and immediately headbutts him, and the government-trained killer folds like a deck of cards and tells him everything. Dominique drops back into her apartment after doing something with the gunman that we never see, but she doesn't have long to relax before she's attacked in her own home by a mysterious assailant. Congratulations, sweetie. You just want to dance with me. Hala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Hala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. And so the comic, and my first video, ends with Dominatrix at the whim and mercy of her main enemy for the next few issues. Ninja Samurai Hooker. That was excruciating. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy some of the cheesecake in this comic, but the excess here? Too much. Especially since all the time spent showing us Dominique's butt could have been used to flesh out the main characters, not a single one of whom are even remotely interesting or useful. The art's okay, not awesome but passable, but everything else? Complete waste of time. And there's 5 more to go.